Something seems increasingly off about President Donald Trump, and this time it's not just the usual rambling or exaggeration. Over the past few weeks, his behavior has gone from erratic to genuinely alarming, and people are finally starting to take notice. Let's start with the AI videos. Recently, Trump shared a fake, AI-generated clip of himself sitting in the Oval Office, announcing that every American will soon receive their own medbed card. Now, if you're wondering what a medbed is, it's not real. It's part of a fringe conspiracy theory about secret, futuristic healing machines supposedly hidden by elites. The idea is that you lie in one and it scans your body, curing any illness or even regrowing limbs. Pure science fiction. But Trump reposted this clip as if it were genuine, as if he'd actually said it. When asked about it, the White House press secretary brushed it off, saying the president likes sharing memes and that he had every right to post it. Sure, he has the right, but that's not the point. The concern isn't that he posted it, it's what he posted and whether he even realized it was fake. Then came the so-called sombrero video, another AI creation mocking House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and Senator Chuck Schumer. In it, Jeffries, the first black House Minority Leader, is shown wearing a sombrero and fake mustache. When Trump was accused of racism, instead of backing down, he doubled down, sharing yet another sombrero-themed clip, this time featuring a fake guitarist behind Jeffries. If your uncle or coworker started posting stuff like this online, you'd probably ask, "Hey, are you okay?" Even for Trump, this feels different, stranger, more detached from reality. Then there was his recent speech. What began as a story about presidents falling downstairs somehow turned into a bizarre tangent about using violent cities like Chicago and San Francisco as training grounds for the military. It was meandering, incoherent, and honestly a little disturbing. Retired General Barry McCaffrey called it one of the most bizarre and unsettling events he'd ever witnessed, describing Trump as incoherent, exhausted, rapidly partisan, and unable to hold a thought together. Even members of Congress have noticed. Pennsylvania Representative Madeline Dean reportedly told Speaker Mike Johnson that the president is unwell. Johnson's response? There are a lot of Democrats who are unwell too. Not exactly reassuring when the topic is the president's mental fitness. Reporters have noticed as well. Slurred speech, unexplained bruises awkwardly covered with makeup, and long stretches without public appearances. The White House says the bruises come from shaking hands and blames chronic venous insufficiency. But that doesn't explain the confusion, the slurring, or the increasingly erratic public moments. Then came something truly odd, a supposed interview with CNN's Jake Tapper, conducted entirely over text messages. CNN couldn't even confirm it was really Trump responding. And, coincidentally, it happened during one of his mysterious multi-day disappearances from public view. Now, major outlets, The Guardian, The Independent, Politico, Reuters, and The Hill, are all asking the same question. What's going on with Donald Trump's health and mental state? For years, mainstream media avoided the topic for fear of seeming biased. But the sudden flood of reporting suggests something has clearly changed. Taken together, the slurred speech, the visible bruises, the confusion, the AI videos he doesn't seem to recognize as fake. It paints a deeply unsettling picture. A president whose mind and body may be deteriorating in real time. And let's be honest, if this were Joe Biden, Fox News would have a 25th Amendment countdown clock running in the corner of the screen. But because it's Trump, right-wing media looks away, and much of the mainstream press hesitates to sound partisan. Trump's aides insist everything is fine. His supporters say he's just trolling the libs. But at this point, it's hard to deny what we're all seeing. Something is clearly wrong, and the only thing stopping people from admitting it is loyalty or denial. Meanwhile, his legal troubles continue to pile up. Before we move on, a quick note about something that actually is helpful: learning a new language with Babbel. A lot of you know I grew up speaking Spanish, but I decided to learn French before a trip to France. I was nervous about the basics, ordering food, asking for directions, and I didn't want to rely on my phone to translate everything. That's when I turned to Babbel. Unlike apps that just make you memorize vocabulary, Babbel teaches through practical, real-life conversations. The lessons are quick, only 10 to 15 minutes, and they actually stick. Thanks to Babel's interactive dialogues and spaced repetition, I was able to speak confidently on my trip, ordering in restaurants, chatting with locals, and even surprising my girlfriend with my French. You can get up to 55% off your subscription right now at babbel.com/Pacman. That's babbel.com/Pacman. The link's in the description. We'll keep monitoring developments and separating fact from rumor. For more updates, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next report.